There's a conflict. He has been missing for 2 months. And I have not had a chance to communicate with him before he testified.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the Hollywood actors who left the glitz and money of the mainstream movie industry to star in independent films.
What? What is this? What do you want?
Number 10, Matthew McConaughey.
I get older, they stay the same age.
In the 2000s, if you were a casting director for a romantic comedy, McConaughey was your go-to selection. Yet, once 2009's Ghosts of Girlfriends Past came out, something clicked in the actor as he'd lost his passion for the genre and the industry. McConaughey took a couple of years away from the business to recalibrate, even as one studio offered him $14.5 million to return to rom-coms. He stayed firm. Instead, he reinvented his career in the indie scene with more dramatic roles, such as 2011's The Lincoln Lawyer and 2012's Magic Mike.
I think you might want to check yourself, old friend. Nobody walks on water on my team.
However, it was 2013's Dallas Buyers Club that sealed McConaughey's new path, as the film earned him his first Oscar for Best Actor.
I mean, goddamn people are dying. And y'all are all up there afraid that we're gonna find an alternative without you.
Number 9, Richard Gere.
I refuse to spend the next 3 days fighting with you. I said I was sorry, I meant it. That's the end of it.
One of Hollywood's most reliable leading men, Gere appeared in many classic films since beginning his cinematic career in 1975. After all, he had 1982's An Officer and a Gentleman, 1990's Pretty Woman, and 2002's Chicago under his belt. However, it wasn't long after the latter film that Gere stepped away from Hollywood.
I object! My client has never kept a diary. And even if she did, this would be invasion of privacy and violation of the Fourth Amendment and illegal search without a warrant.
According to some reports, his criticism of China over their occupation of Tibet led to studios being skeptical in casting him. Yet, according to the actor, he was fed up with all the attention of being famous. So Gere lent his skills and name to several indie productions, such as 2012's Arbitrage and 2017's Three Christs, earning him praise for it being some of his best acting work. Number 8, Robert Pattinson.
I feel very protective of you.
Usually, actors from franchise films don't speak ill of the project publicly, but for Pattinson, it was a different story. In fact, it's likely no actor hated being in a franchise as much as he did. After making his name in the Twilight franchise, and once it concluded with 2012's The Twilight Saga: Breaking Dawn Part 2, Pattinson dived headfirst into independent productions, testing himself as a performer.
How would you like it if I made you cry, huh? Would you like that?
No, I would not.
But get up.
They
told me I had to do this. Let's go. Let's go.
Pattinson wanted to move away from mainstream movies. He's even spoken about his belief that working in indies is less of a gamble for an actor's career than a Hollywood blockbuster. After critical success in 2014's The Rover, the Brit boosted his reputation further with 2019's The Lighthouse, with occasional returns to Hollywood sprinkled in.
You ain't no general, you ain't no copper, you ain't the president, you ain't my father, and I'm sick of you acting like you is.
Number 7, Elijah Wood. After being in one of the greatest film franchises of all time, you don't get much better than your next job being one of the most celebrated indie flicks ever. Yet that's what happened when Wood went from The Lord of the Rings to 2004's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Stole a pair of her panties is what? Jesus. What? It's not like... I mean, they were clean and all.
With Wood focusing on the quality of a script rather than the cash of big productions, he continued his independent streak with 2005's Green Street, and hasn't looked back since. His passion for the industry led to him supporting Scottish independence in 2014, before he realized he was asked about the country's possible departure from Great Britain, not its indie market.
I need backup.
Okay.
You got those
ninja sticks?
Nunchaku is an Okinawan weapon.
Fine, great.
Ninjas, as you call them, are Japanese. I've got a better idea. Are you familiar with the Morning Star?
No, I just...
Lights out.
Number 6. Peter Fonda.
He won't know what it is, man. He won't know what it is. Don't worry, Billy. Everything's all right. All right, man. All right. I don't know, man.
Fun fact, the iconic 1969 film Easy Rider, filled with several stars such as Jack Nicholson, Dennis Hopper, and Fonda himself, has the feel of a big budget production, but was actually an indie. Fonda got his acting start in Hollywood. After all, he was from an acting dynasty with his father Henry and sister Jane being big names of their own.
Well, sure I can. I get tired of being one, then I move on to the rest.
But he never fit in with that lifestyle and soon began drifting towards counterculture. Yet what really turned Fonda away from Hollywood was starring and directing in 1971's The Hired Hand. The experience with big studios made him move towards independent productions, something which he spent the majority of his career exploring before passing away in 2019.
You go to the coast, Dan, and when in 3 or 4 years you find yourself sitting here drinking this rat lotion, you remember how you thought it was going to be.
Number 5. Kristen Stewart.
I know what you are.
Say it.
Vampire.
Another actor to find their name reach the A-list after appearing in the Twilight Saga, Stewart continued on big-budget productions, such as with 2012's Snow White and the Huntsman.
Death favors no man. We must ride like thundering waves under the tattered battle flag of my father.
However, when the film negatively impacted her professional and personal life after an affair with the director, she began exploring independent work enthusiastically. Stewart also spoke publicly of her dislike of Hollywood not giving women directors enough of a chance. Stewart's indie reign took off with films such as 2014's Camp X-Ray and 2015's Anesthesia. Yet her biggest success came with the 2021 Princess Diana biopic, Spencer, receiving Golden Globe and Oscar nominations for her performance. This outstanding transition to indie films gave Stewart the moniker of being one of the faces of the entire industry.
I'm not moving from this spot until they come to me. You'll just have to shoot me!
Number 4. Nicolas Cage. From the mid-2000s into the early 2010s, Cage seemed to be the most in-demand performer in Hollywood, as he appeared in one big production after another. However, the actor later stated he did this due to financial problems. Once that was sorted, he could get into his love of creative indie work. Spurred on by a drive of creative freedom, Cage has received rave reviews for his work in 2021's Pig and 2024's Longlegs.
My house number 8 was so white, whiter than a fish's throat.
However, while not every independent project has been a hit for him, he seems to thrive in that realm. Cage's success in the indie market has also helped him in the mainstream industry, as his work has allowed him to command millions for even supporting roles, such as with 2023's Renfield.
When I'm finished, the entire human race, everyone you care about, will suffer. Because you betrayed me.
Number 3. Brendan Fraser.
There goes that we again.
Listen to me, we have to do something. Once this creature has been reborn, his curse is going to spread until the whole of the earth is destroyed.
Yeah? And is that my problem?
With appearances in The Mummy and its sequels, 1997's George of the Jungle and 2000's Bedazzled, Fraser was one of Hollywood's rising leading men. It was expected he'd be in big budget productions for a while, but then he vanished from mainstream productions. Instead, Fraser went to the indies, such as 2006's Journey to the End of the Night and 2013's Gimme Shelter, before moving into TV work.
No, Dusty, she wasn't in jail. It's just a misunderstanding. We figured it out.
What kind of misunderstanding?
Alex, it's not a problem. It's all better now.
In 2018, we discovered why, as Fraser publicly stated that he was blacklisted from Hollywood after accusing industry executive Philip Burke of assault in 2003. While big productions started to come calling again following that revelation, Fraser stuck with indie work, earning himself a deserved Oscar for Best Actor in 2022's The Whale.
Do you ever get the feeling People are incapable of not caring.
Number 2, Emma Watson.
If you two don't mind, I'm going to bed before either of you come up with another clever idea to get us killed. Or worse, expelled.
Not many performers make their cinematic debut as one of the main characters in a generation-defining film franchise, but Watson isn't like typical performers. After debuting in 2001's Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, when she put Hermione Granger to bed in 2011, she wanted to test her theatrical muscles on the indie scene. Firstly, with 2011's My Week with Marilyn, Watson then appeared in 2013's The Bling Ring. She balanced this with occasional appearances in big-budget films, such as 2017's Beauty and the Beast.
He's not a monster, Gaston. You are. The Beast wouldn't hurt anyone.
However, after another Hollywood film, this time in 2019's Little Women, Watson took a complete hiatus from the acting business, stating that she was unhappy with a lack of control over projects and being caged.
I want to thank everyone here and around the world for the support you've given me since we lost Mercer.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You'll have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Daniel Radcliffe.
He was their friend, and he betrayed them. He was their friend!
Even when he was leading the Harry Potter franchise for 10 years, the signs were there that Radcliffe was eager to test the acting waters. After all, he drew a lot of media attention for appearing nude in the stage play Equus in the late 2000s. Yet once Potter was done in 2011, as well as enjoying further stage roles, Radcliffe carved out a reputation for taking unusual indie roles. For example, 2013's Horns and 2016's Swiss Army Man.
Sarah Johnson.
Sarah Johnson.
Yeah, Sarah Johnson.
Man of your face.
Oh, this is what I look like when I'm happy. We have to get home, Hank.
This passion for favoring indies over paychecks led Radcliffe to also be considered one of the faces of the small-budget industry. The actor has spoken about taking these unusual roles, saying that after making his cash in Potter, he finds these roles, quote, incredibly liberating.
I am only gonna do completely original music.
Oh, Al, you can't smoke in here.
What other actor left mainstream filmmaking behind to develop a solid indie career? Let us know in the comments.
Carol, if there's one thing I could teach you, it's how to find your best self. And when you do, how to hold on to it for dear life.
And this is your best self.
I'm trying.